Okay, so I'm going to try and get through these as quickly as possible so that I don't use as much. I don't make these as long. If you have any questions, I'm on Zoom meeting every day from 10 to 12. So if you need me to go over some of the stuff, I can do that. So, reminder to make sure you're clear on what these mean. Questions, let me know. Okay, so really quick, we're probably only going to do a couple per page. Remember, you're looking for factors of this that add or subtract to 3. Well, this is a plus plus, so the answers are plus plus. So, really our only factors of 2 are 1 and 2. So we have our two parentheses. So x, x, we know they're both plus, and then 1 and 2. So 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's how that one works. We'll try this one. So we need to do factors of 12. So 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And this one is looking here, it's a negative positive. So both of our answers are negative. So we're looking for something that adds to 7 because they're both going to be the same sign. So then we have x and x minus 3 and 4. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to skip to the next page to help in the length. Okay. Sometimes things can't be factored. Excuse me. And really the only way you can know that is for you to try them. So this one's going to be a plus plus, and we need to find factors of 6. So 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Well, none of these things add. See, they have to be the same. They're the same sign. None of these things add to 3. So this one is actually prime. Hopefully that makes sense. Same thing here. We have a minus minus, so it's 1 of each. The factors of 4 are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. So they would have to subtract, and neither of these subtract to a 1. So again, this one's prime. Okay. Okay, so remember when we have a number in the front, we do what's called the rainbow. So we'll do, the first thing you should do is actually see if anything can come out of these things, because we don't want to factor any higher than we have to. So 2 times 24, so we have x squared plus 19x plus, and then we get 48. So then we're going to factor 48, and we can see that our answers are going to be plus plus. So then 1 and 48. So we're looking for two things that add to 19. So then 2 and 24. 3. 48 divided by 3 is 16. 3 and 16. So these actually will add to 19. So we'll go ahead and just stop right there. So then we have x plus, and then 3 and 16. But remember, because we multiply this over, we have to divide it back out. So this can't reduce. So remember, we talked about this. Has to go to the front. So we have 2x plus 3. And then this one reduces, so then it's just x plus 8. And there you have it. Let's just go ahead and do this one. So nothing can come out of the 3. So we'll go ahead and rainbow it. So we have x squared minus 13x plus 40. And because this is a minus and just that one, so it's a minus minus, so we're looking for things that multiply or that add to 13. So we have 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 3, no, 4 and 10, which is close, 5 and 8, which I believe work. Okay, so we got 5 and 8. So then this, we have x, x, they're both minuses, 5 and 8. Remember again, we got to multiply or divide by that 4. So then that doesn't reduce, so then we have 4x minus 5, and then x minus 2. Okay, we'll flip to the next one. Some of these I was working with somebody earlier, so they're actually, some of them are already worked out. Okay, so just for sake of time, when you have a negative for the beginning number for the a, you can't have that. So we have to pull out a -1. So if you pull out a -1, it's going to change the signs of each of these. So then you just turn it into this, and you would factor it just like we just did. So again, looking at this one, we can't have a -4, so I'm going to pull out a -1. And what's left is 4x squared. Then a negative out of +5 leaves it a -5, so it just changes the sign. And then this one also changes the sign. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's what that is. And then when there are two different variables involved, basically the only difference is you add the variable. As long as it's just one variable here, that one is still there, then this one and the same one is there. All you're going to do is add the variable to. So we'll do this one really quick. So factors of 39, 1 and 39, and this is going to be a plus and a minus, so we're looking for subtracting to 10. 2, 3, I believe is 13, so 3 and 13, and we can see that those will subtract to 10, so we know it has to be that. So then we just do A, and then we'll just put that one B, and then we'll just put the 3 and the 13, and the 13 has to be positive in order for 13 minus 3 to be 10. Okay, and then we kind of talked about this earlier. Sometimes you have to factor things out. This one, I had found that a 3 would come out, but I'll do this one so that there's an example. So really quick, if you want to put that in your notes, that would be fine. You might have to stop the video to do that because I got to move on. Okay, so this one, nobody wants to rainbow this and make this, what is that, 112. So let's see if something can come out of it, and we can see that they're even numbers, so we're going to pull a 2 out. So then you're left with x squared plus 11x plus 28. So then we would do this, we'd factor, so this will be a plus plus. So then 28 is 1 and 28. 2 and 14, which we're getting close. Let's let's see, 28 and 3, 28 divided by 4, so 4 and 7. So those will add to 11. So then we'll come here and do x plus 4, x plus 7, but don't forget about this 2 out front. So that then is your whole answer. The assignment for this one is the worksheet that I sent. If you aren't able to get a hold of, I did a PDF one and a Word document. So if it doesn't work, let me know. Thanks.